This is part 2 of CEO InsiderTV.com's interview with Mark Baum, CEO of Shrink Nanotechnologies.
And so you're an enabler for all these different researchers doing stem cell and other research.
That's right. And, at the end of the day, what Michelle has is almost like, and what we have is almost like an iPhone. And we have this platform, this tool that researchers can use in order to build and design and fabricate tests, for example, diagnostic tests. Well, Apple has a platform called the iPhone that other people create apps for a number of different interests. So we have this platform that we have that's specific for flowing fluid or flowing information, and researchers use it to create all sorts of different applications for a number of different interests that they may have. The beautiful thing is that when they start creating these applications, they need more and more of our product, more and more of the tools that we provide in order for them to create these applications. And when they buy those materials, just like they would buy a razor blade, for example, they would buy our platform.
Well, how big do you think the size of this market is?
Well, the stem cell research tools market is growing rapidly, actually. But we also have designed applications in a number of other markets. For example, we have a substrate called metal floor, and what that is a material based on our nano-shrink material that's coated with our secret sauce of metals and other materials, and we use that to create a substrate. Now, what do you do with that substrate? Well, that substrate, as it turns out, performs very, very well in immunodiagnostic tests. It actually increases the signal of a test, and it actually decreases the bad stuff that you don't want to see. So what is an immunodiagnostic test? Well, pregnancy tests are probably a test that a lot of folks know a lot about. And imagine if you're talking about a more complicated test like a cancer test or a test for hepatitis, and there were more difficulties in determining whether or not one had a particular condition. Well, you would need to have an increase in the stuff that you want to see and a decrease in the things that you don't want to see in order to get a better result. The substrate that we've created, this metal floor substrate, we believe creates that good outcome for researchers. How large is the immunodiagnostic market? It's a multi-billion-dollar market. We have a lot of work that we need to do in order to continue to prove up the science, but our initial results with our metal floor substrates, once again, another application that we've created with our nano-shrink material, is very, very promising, and it's a very large market.
Well, it sounds like you've also identified multiple revenue streams for your products.
What we want to do is give our shareholders a lot of different ways to win, because it's very likely that we won't win in every one of these applications. Some will be more successful than others, and some will likely fail. But at the end of the day, if we have a lot of different ways to win, that's something that we think is very compelling.
Can you give us a little insight into your business strategy, the overall strategy you're taking with the company in terms of marketing the products?
What we've done is our overall strategy is based on a model called Figa, which is we think, a unique strategy where we take experts from the world of finance, industry, government, and academia. Those are 4 core areas that we think every small business really needs to access in order to be successful. As a small company, we don't have the money to frankly go hire the very best and brightest people and bring them in-house in a big office and buy all sorts of equipment. We just don't have those resources. So what we've done is we've created relationships with funding sources that fund us as we need dollars for research, for example. We've created relationships with some of the largest industry partners in the markets that we are trying to penetrate. And we have gone through, for example, DARPA to get access to money through the MF3 organization at UCI. So we actually get matching dollars from the government in order to do more research so that we can be more successful. And academia is really a core part of what we do because we have relationships through our Science Advisory Board members and through our sponsored research agreements with some of the biggest universities in the United States and the world and some of the smartest folks that work at those universities. And when you combine those four, finance, industry, government, and academia, and you don't have those folks in-house, but you have them out there working for you as a consultant, we think that that builds a really nice core for our business. And that's really how we've kind of gotten this company started and off the ground.
This is the end of part 2 of CEOinsiderTV.com's interview with Shrink Nanotechnologies CEO Mark Baum. The entire interview is available at www.ceoinsidertv.com.